everyone, it's JoJo from Mojo JoJo Plans, and today I'm here doing a project planner. So this last week in our Be Happy boxes for the Stay Wild, we got this super fun notepad that comes on a dashboard, and it's gummed at the top so that way you can just, you know, rip off the pages as you're using them. It has this like little piece of cardboard slash cardstock at the very back, and I'm sure you could probably peel it off if you really wanted to and use maybe some Glue Gun or something to get it completely off if you just wanted the dashboard. But I just thought this was super fun, and this is honestly probably going to be something we might see on its own. We do already have these super cool like stickers. I think this is 20 pages. Stickers that are like on a dashboard. We do have some that have the 30 pages that are on a dashboard, but it's the same exact idea, right? It's gummed at the top so you can rip them off as you're finishing pages, but it's on that nice sturdy dashboard. Mine still has a little plastic on it. But I thought these were super fun, and you can just pop them into your planner, take it to go with you. But with these, I thought it would be super fun. So I'm impatient. Obviously, a release is probably coming here soon to let us know, you know, what things might be coming out with the student. I'm kind of predicting that we're going to see these maybe in the student release, because I feel like this would be really cool for a student to pop into their planner and have a way to take some fun notes and such. So I'm thinking this might be in that release. I'm not sure. I'm just guessing. That's just my wild guess. But in the meantime, because I'm impatient, I thought it would be fun to make it for a different size planner. So we're going to try and make our own. So I have here, this is just an old dashboard, and this was actually the classic size, but something happened and it broke. So I cut it down and then I like made my own like mini size. So this fits in the mini really well. And I pulled aside some cute skinny mini half sheet pages. This is about 20 here that I could stick on. So it'd be kind of similar. Obviously, it's a little bit bigger than this, but I don't know. I think it could be cute to put this down maybe on the edge, and then I can find some cute sticky notes and maybe put sticky notes on the side. I don't know. That might be cute, but we're going to experiment with that today. But I just thought this would be a fun little project. So my tools. So I pulled out my dashboard. I have this here skinny mini paper, and I pulled out some cardstock, just like a random color. I think blue and pink are pretty. I'm not a big fan of pink. This is just like the only plain dashboard I had lying around. So I just grabbed like a random, so that way I can stick this at the back, so that way the back of this is what I'm actually sticking to my paper, because I don't want to actually stick one of these papers on there. And these ones are already punched. These ones do come unpunched, but they leave you room so that way you can punch them. But these ones are already punched and ready to go, so I thought these would be fun to try and use. So that's part of my tools, as well as I got this rubber cement. I've actually had this for a while. I got it at Hobby Lobby. It was $3.49. I think I used a coupon on it. But I've heard it's kind of similar to what they use for gumming the top. Obviously, they have like a much better way to do it. But I did do a tester last night, and it seemed to work. So I painted the top of a couple sheets. These are just some random half sheets, and it does work. And they do peel off just like normal. So it does work. So we're going to try it together. Okay, so I'm doing it a little bit differently than I did last night. So I have my paper cutter as well. And first thing I'm going to do is measure out a piece of cardstock for this, because I'm going to have the cardstock be what goes at the back, so that way I'm not gluing, you know, my little notepad that I'm making. So I'm just going to grab my Papermate Flare, and I'm just going to do little dots. So I'm going to do a dot in the corners, just so I know where I need to cut. Now I lost my lid. And I don't remember if I said this because my memory sucks today, but I pulled aside, this is 20 sheets. Normally the pads are about 40. I just wanted to do a tester, and then if I like it, then I'll go hard and go home and do bigger. But I thought this would just be really fun for that size. So I'm going to take my paper cutter and we're gonna trim this down. So I'm just going wherever those black dots are, and I'm gonna slice that off. I don't need that other page. And then I just need to find the black dot at my bottom, slice that off. So boom, bam, there we go. So then that can go now at the back of my paper. There we go. It's just at the back. Super fun. Okay, so now I have to gum it, and it's going to take a little while. So I'm going to gum it, and then I'm going to go do something else in life because it did take a little while for the glue to set before I actually could touch it and pick it up and all that stuff. So I'm going to get the glue on here. So what I did, and I'm probably not doing this the greatest way, but it's the way that kind of worked for me. So, you know, it is what it is. I think I'm going to take some paper, what are they called? Paper clips. Okay, so I have these here, little binder clips, and I'm just going to use these so that way my papers don't move. So I'm going to stack them, get them where I want them to be. I want them mainly up at the top because I want this cardboard to be flush with the rest. I'm just going to use this, and I'm going to put it on both sides just to make sure they're super stable. You never know. Stability is key here, because if they're moving around, it's not going to set right. Okay, so that way they don't move around. They're all nice and uniform. So I have a paper towel because I don't want to mess up my pretty background, and this stuff was pretty messy. It does not smell good. I don't recommend doing this in a small space. I opened it and I was like, oh, I can't smell anything, and then I went and smelled it and I was like, ooh, and it smelled so bad. But it's goo. But it's called rubber cement, so, but it says you can peel and blah, 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 and be able to peel it. So I'm just pulling, I'm getting off all the excess, and I'm waiting because last night it kept dripping off. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze these together, and I'm just going to paint the tops. Painting, I keep thinking of painting the roses red. We're not painting the roses at all. Thank you, Disney, for changing my life. So I'm just painting the top of this. So I'm going to actually be doing a couple coats. So there's one coat, and I'm going to squish this together. I'm kind of not doing a good job at keeping it squished. But this stuff, this stuff is hardcore, man. It's kind of fun, though. Can you imagine the possibilities? I'm wondering, if your sticker book's falling apart, if you could just use this to, fix it. I kind of might try that, too. Kind of want to try and see if I can do my own repair on my sticker books, because some of them are hardcore falling apart. There we go. And I'm just going to, brush off my brush as much as possible. And then try and smooth it out, because right now it's just a chunky mess. And I'll probably do one more little bit of coat. So I don't know if you can see the shininess to see where I've put it so far. We're making our planner thing. I'm actually gonna take this smaller clip and I'm gonna move it towards the top and just have it stick up here, so that way it's really holding the pages that are closest to the top together. Okay, yeah, so fun. So that way the glue is kind of getting on the back, and that's okay. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna do one more little serving of this lovely smelling goop. It does not smell good, people. I will warn you of that. And I'm gonna paint this on. Should I be wearing gloves? Whoopsies. It doesn't say so on the directions. I think I'm okay. I guess I could have read the directions with you too. Okay, so I think that's probably good. So what I'm gonna do, I think I left this for about 20. I definitely left it alone for at least like a half hour. So I'm gonna leave this for a half hour and then I'll check back in and we'll see if it has dried yet. I don't know if you can see. Like, can you see the shininess a little bit? So yeah, on the first page, we're kind of all over the place, and that's okay. You know, it's DIY. It's not going to come out pretty like they do in the factories. But this is just my version of it. So hopefully this works. I'm going to leave it for about 30 minutes. I'm going to set it like on the edge of my desk so that way it's hanging off. That way it doesn't like stick to my desk or anything. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I will be back in a bit when it is dry. Okie dokie, so flashing forward, I actually ended up leaving this for an entire day, mainly because I forgot, but that just gave it that much extra time to dry and be ready to use. So it's all glued. I have my little notebook here. There we go. We're gonna do the rip test. Ripping one off. Woo! That was satisfying, and peeling it off. So there you go. So now my sheet only has 19, but that's okay. So from there, all I'm going to do, and I'm not going to do a heavy amount because I'm honestly probably going to redo this and do another one, but I'm going to take, this is just a tape runner. The tape on it is permanent, but I have been able in the past to take it off if I needed to, so hopefully that'll still be the case. So I'm just going to add a little bit of tape runner. I think I'm going to do this more towards the edge, and I'm just going to try and line it up the best I can so it's somewhat even. I didn't cut this dashboard even, so either way it won't be super even, but there we go. So now I have my cute little notepad on here ready to go. I think I'm going to grab some sticky notes real quick, and I'm going to throw those on there just to add a little bit more. Okay, so I have some cute sticky notes here that I pulled. These were just from some of like the dashboard sticky notes that you can buy, but I kind of just picked some ones that would match this set. So I have these, which I want to make sure I'm putting them the right way, the way that you peel them. So I could probably put that one like there. I could probably stick this one here. I just want to put a couple down just so I could reach for them just for fun. And then this heart one's going to have to be angled. Cool. So then I'm going to take that same tape and just on the back little sheet of these sticky notes, I'm just going to add a little bit, and then we'll pop them down. Same thing over here, just so that way they stick. Whoa. Pull this off. And then the last one. There we go. Super easy. So just a little DIY little board. I could definitely stick more sticky notes on here if I wanted to. I'm going to grab a mini planner just so I can throw this in here and just see how this is looking. Snap this in. There we go. And then it's ready to go in my mini planner, ready to go with me, so that way I can just turn to it and I have some notepad sheets. I can rip them out and then just plug in that individual sheet. Once I've written on it, I can take a sticky note here. But super fun. So I'm sure that this next release, maybe, I don't know, my guess is that we might get some kind of product that at least has more of those, since we did get it with the Stay Wild Be Happy box. But that is my little DIY on how to make one yourself. If you didn't get the Be Happy box, and or you have other sheets that you want to try it with, or you're not feeling these sheets and you want your own style, you could definitely do this super easily with classic size half sheets as well. But that is all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I hope I will see you in my next one. Bye!